Good afternoon and welcome to today's abs and core class. I've got a bar ready that I'm going to use for this first exercise, which is good. It gives us feedback on how we should be doing the exercise. Although if you haven't got a bar, don't worry, you can do it without. I've also got a weight that I'm going to use for some of the exercises in the circuit once we get into it. So these first couple of exercises are focusing on more inner unit of the core, so the smaller muscles that we need to get fired up and we need to get functioning and strong before the rest of the core around it can be. So what we do with the bar, if you've got one, rests on the spine. We have a gap here, so your lumbar spine, there should be a natural curve. We have the bar in contact with the base of the spine, in between the shoulder blades and also the head, although you could take the head down. Hands go under shoulders, knees under hips, and then we try and maintain that position, and we'll extend one arm opposite leg. Just watch first of all. When you're ready, join in. We'll work for 2 minutes. I'll start the clock. So we go in this position and then extend. So you hold for about 5, 10, maybe even 15 seconds, come down and then repeat on the other side. So the longer you hold, the harder it becomes. And the whole time we're trying to keep the bar still, limit any movement through the spine. Okay, so this should all be done nice, slow and controlled. And like I said, we're getting a good hold each time. Think about drawing the belly button in, which is going to activate the transverse abdominis, which is one of your deeper core muscles. Think about what's going on around the shoulder girdle. So we're trying to maintain that position there. We're not rotating, we're not hunching the shoulders. And also think about what's going on around the pelvis. So we're trying to keep the hips square to the floor. So all about control. Hand comes back under the shoulder, knee comes back under the hip. Right, just coming in towards last 20 seconds. Keep that control. Maybe spend longer on the weakest side once you've established which side that is. Last 10 seconds. Okay, good, relax. Right, second exercise, similar in terms of what we're trying to do. We're working the inner unit again. This time we lie on our back, one hand underneath, one hand on top. Draw the belly button in, and then we can either hold that position, so keep the feet down, or we can do it moving the legs. So just watch, I'll show you the options. Anytime you need to, both feet down and just focus on that belly button in and keep a little bit of pressure down on the hand underneath. We'll work for 1 minute on this one, starting the clock. So you can just hold. Or you can move. So feet up is the harder option, but if you do that, try and keep the control. So the main focus of this is control. It's more subtle. Again, it's more about the brain connecting to those muscles that we're trying to work, drawing the belly button in, working the transverse abdominis, and then by placing a little bit of pressure down on the hand underneath, we're activating the lower abs. So if you're moving the legs, do it nice and slow, coming into the last 10 seconds. So these first two exercises help to get that inner unit fired up. Okay, relax, hold it there. Right, we'll go back to the first one, but I'll give you 2 progressions. So we're on the knees, but you can come more into a press up position. So we're more here, okay, as opposed to there, or you can try it on the toes. Okay, so knees in a press up position or on the toes, and we'll extend opposite hand, opposite leg again with the bar if you've got one. We'll work for 45 seconds on this one. I'll start the clock now, but again, we try and stay still through the spine. Try and limit that rotation. Okay, so as we're in a lengthened position, it makes it harder, more outer unit working. So we've got more work, abs and obliques, especially the obliques where we try and limit that rotation. Okay, hold it there, good. Right, so we're moving on then, we're getting to the main circuit. We've got 12 exercises. Like I said, we've got a weight that we're gonna use for some of the exercises. Again, don't worry if you haven't got one, you can do it without. So the bar, if you've got one, we're gonna place it now the other way. We'll be in a plank position. You can do this knees or toes, and we're just gonna tap one hand out and back, other hand out and back, 45 seconds. So we'll try to limit that movement, and obviously the bar is gonna give us the feedback. If we do move, the bar's more likely to roll off. So watch if you're not sure, you can do it knees or toes, 45 seconds. I'll start now. So again, another one that's about keeping the control. As soon as you lift that arm off, we're naturally going to want to rotate, but try not to. Coming into the last 5 seconds. Good, relax. Right, spin around. This one we're going to use the weight for. Option is to have the feet down and just do a crunch. I'm going to do it with the legs up, and I'm going to extend the legs and then crunch. So watch if you're not sure. I'll start the clock now, 45 seconds. So we go from here to there and then back. The option is to have the feet down. So you can just do the crunch with the feet on the floor. Obviously you could do it without the weight. So if you start to struggle, put the weight down and just do a normal crunch. Come into the last 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, hold it there. We're gonna spin around again. Plank, this time with the forearms, one on top of the other. We're gonna rotate back, rotate back. You can do it on your knees if you need to. Watch again if you're not sure. Starting the clock now, 45. So we twist, back, twist. So you can go knees down, and then you keep one knee down as you twist, other knee down. If you're on your toes, try not to allow the hips to go up too high. We want to try and keep a straight line. Just last 5 seconds. Okay, relax. Right, we're going to do next up a twisting jackknife. We'll just do one way first. So I'm going to do right shoulder to left knee. You can do the bigger movement, so we come up and twist, or you can do more of a crunch where you keep the feet down. So I'll show you both versions. Watch if you're not sure, starting the clock. So I'll do right shoulder to left knee. So we can either go all the way up. Okay, or you can do smaller. As long as we're getting that rotation on this one. Just coming to the last 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, good, hold it there. Before we do the other way, let's do some heel taps. So this time it's more of a crunch position. We're just lifting the shoulders up and then we're side to side. Watch if you're not sure, starting the clock. So we come up and then little taps. Okay, so just a little side bend with the shoulders up. Having the shoulders up is going to activate the abs, and then that little side crunch or side movement will bring the obliques in, the sides of the stomach. Last 15 seconds. Keeping the shoulders up the whole time. Coming into the last 5. Okay, relax. Right, then we will do the twist the other way. So I'll do left shoulder to right knee. Bigger movement or more of a crunch version. Off you go, 45. So obviously the crunch version is a much smaller movement. But again, as long as we're getting that rotation, leading with the shoulder. Coming to the last 10 seconds. Last 5. Good, relax. Right, another plank variation. We'll start off on the hands. We go down, down, up, up. So we go from the hands to the forearms, knees or toes. Starting the clock, off you go. Change the lead hand every rep, 45 seconds. Make sure we keep the abs tight. So we try and avoid arch from the back, tuck the pelvis underneath, staying strong through that. So it's a similar movement or the same movement as what we did in the warm-up where we push the back down into the hand. It's the same movement, but obviously we're in a different position. 5 seconds. Okay, relax, good. Right, side plank. So I'm gonna do right arm down. So if you follow me, right arm down, we can hold, or I give the option to pulse. On the feet it's harder. Bend the knees, take the feet behind to make it easier. Right arm down, side plank. Off you go. So harder. You can pulse. Or if you need to, you can bend the knees, take the feet behind. Just hold if you need to. Okay, so if you're on your knees, just hold that position, keep the hips pushed forward and lift the chest so we're not rotating round. Last 10 seconds. We're going to follow this with a side crunch. 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold it there. So right arm down. Now we're going to work that right side on the twist. So I'm going to put the weight on my right shoulder, take the legs to the left, and it's going to be more of a side crunch. I said twist, but more of a side. Watch if you're not sure. Off you go. So weight on the right, legs to the left. Knees up, crunch. Okay, so it's not a big movement, it's just a small side crunch, and we're aiming to go straight up. So if you keep your eyes fixed on a point above, either if you're outside up at the sky, or in this, if you're inside at the ceiling, working that right side. Okay, hold it there. Before we do the left side, we're going to do torso rotation. Sit yourself up, lean back, and then we follow the weight round, or just follow the hands round. 45, off you go. Watch if you're not sure. So we're going from here, lean back, rotate. Try to think about lifting the chest. And then, like I said, we follow that weight round, so we're not just dropping the arms, we actually rotate round. Last 10 seconds. Then we're going to finish off with the side plank, side crunch. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. So left arm down now, if you're doing it the same way as me. Side crunch, and then the left side crunch afterwards. 45, off you go. Side plank first. Down on the knees if you need to. Last 15. Keep the hips pushed forward. Come into the last 5 seconds. Okay, good, relax. Right, so then the weight's gonna go on the left shoulder. I'll take the legs to the right, or do it the other way around if you haven't been mirroring me. Off you go, 45. So weight left, legs right, little side crunch. Okay, so just coming straight up again. Small movement, coming straight up towards that point. Keep your eyes on, 10 seconds. Last 5 seconds. Good, relax. Right, just a couple of stretches before we go back and do it again. Lie down on your back, and then we'll go arms overhead. Just lengthen out through the abs. So there's one circuit, we've got one more to do. Before we go on, make sure you're giving this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And then make sure you've subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Spin around on your knees, and then we're just gonna sit back, drop the chest. So don't forget, I've got a playlist for these workouts, the follow along routines. Check it out anytime you need a workout. Yesterday's workout was bodyweight training, so that's on there. As well as what we did on Monday, which was circuits, so a full body workout. Plenty of other workouts. We've got HIIT workouts. Tomorrow's is HIIT. You've got kettlebell as well, which will be Fridays, but we've got a big backlog on that playlist, so check it out and use any of the workouts when you need them. Right, we're going back now to the start, which was the plank with the tap. So if you've got your bar, you can place the bar on your back just for that feedback. So we try and limit the shift. So as soon as you lift that arm up, we don't want to do this if we can. We want to keep the shoulders and the hips square, so then we're working a lot harder, especially through the obliques. Knees or toes, get ready, 45 seconds. I'll start now. Second circuit, 12 exercises. Remember, you can go down on the knees. Last 10 seconds, we really try and limit that shift. Last 5. Okay, relax. Right, then we had the weight with the crunch with the legs as well, or just do a crunch with the feet down. Ready to go, starting the clock, 45. So this is harder. Can just do it there. Obviously you can put the weight down at any point as well if you need to. Another option, which is kind of in between the two that I've given you, is just to extend one leg at a time. So rather than both legs, one leg back, other leg back. 10 seconds. Last 5. And relax. Right, then we're in this position, twist, twist. So knees or toes, twisting plank. Off you go, 45. So remember, if you are on the toes, try not to have the hips too high. So we want that straight line. We still get a good rotation. Maybe if you're going slightly wider with the feet, that will help to get the twist and the pivot on the foot, on the toes. Last 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, hold it there, relax. Right, then we've got the twisting jackknife or crunch. So I'm gonna go right shoulder to left knee first. Bigger movement or smaller movement. 45, off you go. Okay, or you can do it there. So bigger movement's harder, it's a longer lever. Also bringing more hip flexor action into play when we get that whole torso coming up. Last 10 seconds. Okay, hold it there. Heel taps, so back down and then just shoulders up, just that side to side movement. Off you go, 45. Try to keep the shoulders up the whole time. Just that little side bend. Last 20 seconds. Last 10. 3, 2, 1. Good. Then we've got the twist the other way. So for me, it's left shoulder to right knee. Twist jackknife or crunch. Off you go. Last 15. Five seconds. And relax. Right, we're halfway through that second circuit, so we've got 6 left. We're going back now to the hands, down onto forearms, back up onto the hands. Change the lead hand every rep, knees or toes. Off you go, 45. 6 to do. Again, we want to think about that position through the torso, so we're staying in that straight line. We're not allowing the hips to come up too high. If that is the case and you're aware of it, then you're better off going down on the knees. And then just focus on keeping strong through here. Tuck the pelvis underneath, keeping the tension in the abs. Last 10 seconds. Okay, good, hold it there. So then I'm gonna go right arm down with the side plank. So I can do the pulse, or I can put the knees down and just hold. Starting the clock, off you go. Right arm down for me. Or anytime you need to, just hold that position. Pushing the hips forward, lift the chest. Last 15 seconds. So remember, we're going to follow this with the right side crunch. 5 seconds left. Good, relax. So weight on the right, legs over to the left. Little side crunch coming straight up on this one. Off you go, 45. Try and open out the shoulders best you can. So we start with both shoulders down. So obviously we're already in that twisted position. If you need to, it'll be your left hand holds the legs down. Last 10. Okay, relax. Got 3 more to do. So before we do the other side, we've got the rotation. Sit yourself up, lean back, wiggle without the weight, follow the weight round, follow the hands round. Off you go. 3 more to do. So lean back, keep the chest lifted, and then we rotate. Stay nice and tall. Lift the chest. Last 15. Last 5 seconds. Okay, hold it there. So 2 more to do. Left arm down, side plank, and then the left side crunch to finish. Side plank, off you go. Pulse or no pulse. Hold on the knees. Hold it if you need to. Coming into the last 10 seconds. Just that side crunch to finish off with. Last 5 on this one. Good, relax. So then, weight on the left, take the legs to the right. Use that right hand to help keep your legs down if you need. Off you go, 45. Last one. That squeeze. Coming to the last 10 seconds. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Well done, hold it there. Okay, so lie down on your back. We just do those couple of stretches we did earlier. So let's start off with the arms up overhead, legs out straight. Allow the back to arch away from the floor now, so we're lengthening out through the abs. Make sure you're giving this video a thumbs up before you go. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you click on the bell, then you'll be notified of when these videos come out. We do at least 1 a day in the week. So that's 5 a week at the moment. So don't forget the playlist. Anytime you need it, use it. Spin around on your knees. Push the bum back. So we just finish off with this stretch. If you want to, always good idea to stretch the hip flexors as well, where you push the hips forward and then lean over. Otherwise, I will leave you to it. Tomorrow's workout is HIIT, so look out for that. And then Friday, we've got kettlebells. Hold it there. Thanks a lot, guys. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you later on. Use the playlist if you need a workout before then. Thanks a lot, guys. See ya.